Hey guys, welcome back to Canine Intuition. Topic of the day is what tools do we use here at Canine Intuition to break up a dog fight? So I have 3 that we use, and I felt it was important to share this with you guys. Okay, before I begin, I need to put a disclaimer that no tools are guaranteed to work. No technique is guaranteed to work. Use these tools at your own risk. Breaking up a dog fight is very dangerous, and we're not responsible for any injuries that occur in an attempt to break up a dog fight. Now, a lot of people have multiple dogs in their home. These are tools that you should have, or some form of a tool and some form of a plan if you have multiple dogs in your home and there's a risk of a dog fight. What we have in our home and in our training facility are these 3 things. First and foremost is a leash. A proper leash is very important. We use slip leads. Slip lead is a very simple leash to use. You should have multiple slip leads throughout the house for any given reason. For example, we have an earthquake, leash up your dogs, take them out. You have a fire, leash up your dogs, get them out. You have a dog fight, leash up your dogs, separate them. A proper slip leash is gonna have a stopper so you can snug it down to make sure it doesn't come off the dog. Next one is a bite stick. I got this bite stick, I think, on Amazon. I also made one utilizing a fire axe handle, and I tapered the axe handle down to where it can fit in the canine or in the back of the dog's teeth. So you have the dog's canines, then you have the molars. What this is gonna do is actually go into the back where the molars are. So when the dog's on the bite, they're not choosing to let go, slide this in, twist it. That'll give you enough of a gap to be able to take the dog off the other dog. But you need to make sure that you have control of that dog before you do it, in some way to control the other dog. So keep this in mind before you go and utilize these. Awesome tool to have. We have them in the kennels, we have them here, and we also have them in the house as well. Now the next one's gonna look a little bit strange, and you guys might think I'm a little weird for this one, but man, it works and has worked very, very well for us. And we have these down here in the barn, we have them in the kennels, and we also have one in our house. And it is an extinguisher, but it is not your normal extinguisher. The normal extinguisher that you're gonna see in your house, in a restaurant, in a store, is called an ABC extinguisher. That is not what this is. Those extinguishers are ineffective in breaking up most dog fights. This is a BC extinguisher, also known as a CO2 extinguisher. What this does is sends out CO2 gas that is very startling in its sound itself. The gas is disorienting, and it's a big cloud that comes out, and it also displaces oxygen, so it makes it harder for the dog to breathe. If a dog can't breathe, the dog can't fight. But in and of itself is actually a very, very effective tool. Just the sound alone tends to break up the dog fight. Now, it is possible to harm yourself and harm your dog utilizing this. First, it's very cold when it comes out. It's compressed CO2 gas, comes out freezing temperature. So don't put it right up to the dog's eyes. Not a good idea. And not necessary either. It also displaces oxygen. So once it's utilized and you gain control, open up windows, let airflow come in or take the dogs out. With that being said, it's an effective tool, but you also got to figure out where to get them from. Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace, they don't typically carry this. You can find them online, but you need to be very specific. It's a BC fire extinguisher or a CO2 fire extinguisher. This here is a 5-pound CO2. There's a 10-pound version. Don't get that thing, it weighs a ton. Okay, so don't get that one. 5-pound is perfect. The cool thing about this extinguisher is it serves 2 purposes. It can help break up a dog fight, but it's also a great extinguisher for you to have in your kitchen. You get a grease fire in your house, this is the extinguisher you want to use. BC stands for basically flammable liquids and electrical, and it will not work on your normal combustible, for example, your trash can fire, but it does work great on grease fire. Or if you have a little fire, a grease fire in your oven. Amazing, because it leaves no residue, which is also a benefit when you're breaking up your dog fight. There's no residue there. The CO2 extinguisher leaves nothing. The ABC extinguisher, you're gonna be cleaning for days. So keeping this in your kitchen, awesome choice, okay? Just for a fire prevention standpoint, but also a great tool for breaking up dog fights. All right, so with that said, learn how to use your tools, have a plan on how to deal with it. One of these days, we'll do a topic on actually having to deal with a dog fight and how to safely break them up. But keep in mind, it is not a safe venture. You do risk getting bit, but if you have the right plan in mind and the right tools, you're already off on a better foot. Until next time.